everybody, Pastor Kate here. I want to welcome all of our kids and families to OAKS Kids Online. Here at OAKS Kids, we're learning to follow Jesus and tell his story. Today, we're going to learn about the decision to follow Jesus no matter what. Let's get started.
Oh, hey guys. It's good to see you. I'm a little scared because, you know how last week I had this great idea to go and share candy with my neighbors. It was awesome, and they loved it, and they loved the notes. But on my way back, I fell down, and I scraped my knee. I scraped this knee right here, and it hurt really bad. Like, really bad. How bad? Oh, it was like, okay, imagine a paper cut and multiply that by at least 2. It hurt almost as bad as 2 paper cuts, okay? So yeah, it was really bad. And I've decided that nothing is safe. Nothing is safe, not outside, not inside, because guess what? There's paper inside my house that can give me another paper cut. So, I wish I could be outside. I want to be outside. I want to go to the playground. I want to ride my bike, but I cannot risk this again. It's too dangerous. So I've decided to wear this suit of bubble wrap armor that I've made. I've been in it for about the past 6 days. It's not very comfy and it's not very pretty, but function over fashion, right? So anyways, I'm kind of sad because I want to be outside, but I can't be. And so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna just lay here and wish I could be outside.
Wow, I just love the birdhouse we made last week.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Man, Rusty, I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Let's build birdhouses for the whole neighborhood.
Oh, I love that idea. I have one too.
What is it?
What if we built a community garden over by the fence?
Wow, man,
Yeah.
we could make this neighborhood the best place ever.
Yeah. What if we had a party and we called it the Summer Funathon?
Summer Funathon?
Yeah, that'd be great. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mr. Isaac Pew. And do you know what I do for a living?
I don't know,
Not a
Mr.
clue.
Isaac Pew.
Well, I am so glad that you asked because here is my card. I am part of the HICPPHOA, and do you know what that means?
Not a clue, but your picture looks exactly like you.
It's
Thank
spot
you.
on.
But don't sweet talk me. I am the official health inspector, city planner, president of the HOA. That's who I am.
Okay.
I don't know what any of that stuff is at all.
Yeah,
Don't-
what do you do?
Don't get cute with me. All you have to know is that I make sure that every single rule gets followed down to the itty-bittiest small detail.
Wow. Are the rules fun?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, let me take that back. For me, the enforcer, it is fun, but for everyone who crosses my path, ooh, wait, not so much.
Oh, no.
That's terrible.
And by the way, what are you two doing here? Don't you guys know that this is private property?
Yeah, but hear me out. We want to do good for the whole neighborhood.
Everybody, we want to have a party and call it the Summer Funathon.
Yeah.
Summer what?
The Funathon.
Funathon.
Funathon? What in the world? A summer funathon here on this private property? Let me check.
Okay.
Is that your birdhouse over there?
Why, yes,
Yeah, it is.
Where in the world is the emergency fire sprinklers? You have to have them.
Does a burn bath count?
And this fence, oh my goodness, I can see already it is not the proper regulation dimension.
I don't have any more dimensions.
And is that your grass right there?
Why, yes.
Oh my word, that is cut way too short. Rusty, you're gonna have to pay a fine for that.
What? That's just cruel.
Guys, if you don't shape up, I am gonna make sure that this summer fun-a-thon never happens.
Oh, no! Oh, but it's gonna be so much good for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah. What if we just show you some of the plans that we have?
Yeah.
Show
Show
me?
Yeah, just wait 1 second.
Where are you guys going?
Okay, so the first thing that you need for a summer fun-a-thon is to remember your exercise. So here's an exercise ball.
Oh, yeah, and then we love to swim, so everyone needs a pool noodle.
Unless you're bad at swimming and could drown, here's 5 more to keep you afloat.
Oh, yeah. And then don't forget that you need a beach ball. Because
beach
volleyball's
ball.
fun.
Sand volleyball's great. And then we have one more surprise.
What?
Yeah, the best
What
part,
could
the
you
best part.
possibly
Okay,
have?
everyone needs some super fun silly string.
A super
beat.
what?
Woo!
Yeah!
Woo! Oh, isn't this so much fun?
Isaac, breathe. 1, 2, 3. Just like your counselor. I can't do this!
Wait, what's wrong?
Everything is wrong. The birdhouse is wrong. The fence is wrong. The grass is all wrong. You too. I can't believe it. You're wrong and you're wrong. You guys are wrong. If you guys don't shape up, I'm gonna make sure that this summer fun-a-thon never, ever happens. I'm out of here. Bye.
Oh, no!
This is terrible.
What are we gonna do, Sky?
I don't know. Oh, maybe Pastor Kate can help.
Yes, Pastor Kate always knows what to say.
Hey friends, I'm so excited to continue our story from last week, where a man who had been crippled for 40 years was healed. But before we jump into the story, I have a question for you. Have you ever done something that you thought was going to be really good, but then the way people reacted wasn't quite what you expected? Like maybe a friend got jealous when you got a special job to help people that they really wanted. Or maybe a parent wasn't quite as impressed with your cleaning skills as you thought they should be. Sometimes when we do good, people praise us. They thank us, they give us a reward. And other times, people don't even notice the good that we've done, or we're not even appreciated for it. That can be frustrating. But last week in our story, when the story ended, the man who was healed was praising and celebrating the miracle that God had done for him. But this week, we're going to learn that there was a whole other group of people who didn't like it at all. They had a totally different reaction. You see, not everybody was as happy about the good that the disciples were doing. The disciples had really taken to heart what Jesus had asked them to do. They were going around town and they were doing good for people. And they were telling them that what they really needed most was Jesus. You see, they had made it a decision that whatever happened, they would follow Jesus. And there were some people who were not so happy about that. When we pick up our story today, we see that Peter and John are here in the temple and they are telling people the good news about Jesus. But then a group of men who were very upset come up to them. And because they were powerful men and they didn't like that the disciples were making so many followers of Jesus, they did something. They put Peter and John in prison. I know, prison. Prison's for people who do things that are wrong, like hurt people, not help them. But they had decided that no matter what, they had to stop what the disciples were doing, so they put them in prison. But the disciples had made a very similar decision. They decided that whatever happens, we will follow Jesus, and that going into prison wasn't going to stop them. You see, the next day, Peter and John were taken out of prison, and these same men questioned them. They wanted to know, how had the men been healed? They asked, by what power did you do this? I bet you know by what power Peter and John were able to heal the man. Let's see exactly how Peter answers them. It's found in Acts chapter 4. Peter says, "Are you questioning us about a good thing that we did to a crippled man? Are you asking us who made him well? We want all of you and all of the Jewish people to know that this man was made well by the power of Jesus Christ from Nazareth." You see, it was Jesus who had given them the power to do this. These men were amazed, and they couldn't say anything against the good that the disciples had done or against the power of Jesus. But they still didn't like it. And they told the disciples that they must stop talking about Jesus. That was a pretty big thing to ask the disciples. After all, the disciples were just trying to do what Jesus had asked them to do, make followers all over the world. I wonder who they would obey, these men or Jesus? What do you think you would have done? Peter and John, they knew who they were going to obey because they had already decided that whatever happened, they would follow Jesus. I love what Peter says in Acts chapter 4, verse 20. He says, "We cannot keep quiet. We must speak about what we have seen and heard." Peter basically says, whatever happens, we will follow Jesus. We will make followers. And that is the same thing that we can do. And I love how simple Peter makes it. He tells us that making followers for Jesus is as simple as telling them what we have seen and heard. Now, I know I can do that, and I know you can too. So today, let's make a decision that whatever happens, we will follow Jesus.
Wow, that's a really amazing story, Rusty.
Yeah.
But what does it mean?
I'm not sure, Sky. Let's think about it together.
Okay. Pastor Kate said that whatever happens, we will follow Jesus.
Right. So that means that even if Mr. Isaac doesn't like our idea right now, and it's not fun at all to have to deal with all these citations,
We can still do good for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We can still have a summer fun-a-thon.
yeah!
Yes!
You know, maybe we can convince Mr. Isaac to be a part of the fun.
Wow, you're right, Rusty. I bet Jesus would want to invite him. Let's make an invitation.
Yeah, let's go. Hey guys, you know, wasn't that story just amazing? Those guys, they had so many things that they were going through. They went to jail for following Jesus, but they loved him and trusted him so much that even when that happened, they still were gonna follow Jesus. I mean, that's amazing. You know, I was thinking about it and I realized that I can't be afraid all the time. I can't be afraid of outside because of falling and scraping my knee, and I can't be afraid of inside because I might get a paper cut. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I need to know that whatever happens, I'm gonna be okay. And you know, just like those guys were following Jesus and went through some pretty rough stuff, they knew that whatever happens, they were gonna follow Jesus and they would never stop. I wanna follow Jesus like that, and I also want to enjoy the world that God has made just like that too. That whatever happens, it's gonna be okay. God is with me and I can still follow Jesus. So if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and not be afraid and go ahead and ride my bike to the park. Oh, no. I'm okay. No fear and no pain.
Hey guys, now it is time for us to talk about our Remember verse. It's found in the Bible, which is true, trustworthy, and helpful for our everyday lives. This month's Remember verse goes like this. Whatever you do, do everything for the glory of God. And it's found in 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 31. All right, guys, how about you repeat it after me? Whatever you do, do everything for the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10, 31. Great job, guys, and we would love to hear you doing your Remember verse too. So be sure to post a video of yourself saying it and tag at OAKS Kids.
Thanks for joining us today for Oaks Kids Online. We hope that you enjoyed it. For the full experience, visit kids.oaks.church. We've got some praise and worship, a hype time, song, a family discussion, and activity. And be sure to follow us on social media at Oaks Kids and at Oaks Church TX. And until next week, remember, whatever happens, let's follow Jesus.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I think it's an awesome idea.
What are you guys doing here? Are you filming on private property?
Me.
Hey, you with the camera, stop right there.